Deep in the forgotten corners of a small, desolate town, a dark legend swirled like mist on a moonless night. Whispers echoed through the narrow alleyways and dilapidated buildings, conjuring images of a vampire who treaded the line between life and death. Seldom witnessed, this half-dead man emerged only under the cloak of night, where his malevolent desires took form. His pallid skin, drained of life's vibrance, clung to his skeletal frame. Darting eyes, once filled with innocent curiosity, now hungered for the crimson elixir coursing through the veins of unsuspecting souls. Tangled raven's locks cascaded around his haunting visage, concealing his sinister nature. But shadowed whispers ensued his every move. Under a waning moon's gaze, he prowled the cobbled streets, his gait simultaneously swift and disconcertingly elegant. With practiced precision, he selected his nocturnal victims, relishing in the thrill of their anticipation and terror, savoring in the haunting dance between predator and prey. His approach was ethereal, a feathery touch on the nightmares of mortals. With venomous intent, he whispered specters into their slumbering minds, turning their dreams into twisted tapestries of their deepest fears. Nightmares plagued their nights, causing unrest and sleepless agony, while he luxuriated in their suffering. Over time, whispers spread, tales of the vampiric half-dead man growing darker with each retelling. Mothers shuddered, clutching their children closer as they weaved tales of his insatiable thirst and insidious nature. Fear bred within the hearts of townsfolk, its shadowy tendrils creeping through every crevice, twisting each breath into a breathless gasp. But even as the darkest of legends wormed their way through the town's fabric, the vampire remained elusive. Authorities scoured the night, armed with stakes and crosses, their steps an echo of trepidation. Yet the half-dead man eluded their grasp, his existence teetering on the thin veil between darkness and humanity. The town, now captive to its collective terror, lived in perpetual dread, their steps faltering, their hearts racing at the flutter of bat wings against the moonlit sky. Each drop of blood spilled, each nightmare woven, etched a scar upon their souls, a chilling reminder of the vampire's malevolence. As the moon cast its eerie glow upon the town, the vampire, restless and insatiable, ventured deeper into the abyss. Each quenching sip of life-giving crimson was a dance of ecstasy and torment, an eternal hunger that transcended mortal understanding. No longer satisfied with mere nightmares, he sought to expand his dominion, reaching for realms yet untouched. Whispers of his sinister deeds grew louder, carried by the wind that whispered through the desolate streets. Fear, thick as a suffocating fog, settled upon the hearts of the townsfolk, its weight dragging them into the depths of despair. But still, they remained bound to the nocturnal grip of the vampire, unable to escape the inexorable draw of his lethal allure. With each passing dusk, shadows danced and whispered around the town, heralding the vampire's impending presence. Panic rippled through the veins of the people like electrified currents, as they locked their doors and windows, knowing that protection was futile against this ancient, otherworldly force. His victims, consumed by the inevitability of their fate, clutched their loved ones tightly, offering tearful goodbyes beneath a sky blanketed by stars. The vampire's reign of terror had driven them to the edge of their sanity, their minds teetering on the precipice of madness. Yet they dared not speak openly, for his power extended far beyond the physical realm. But within the darkness, among the broken souls, there were whispers of resistance, murmurs of defiance that threatened to rise against the vampire's reign. A secret coalition of the brave and the desperate clandestinely gathered, their determination pulsating through their veins like an unquenchable fire. United by their shared dread, they plotted to rid the town of this creature, to reclaim their lives from the clutches of his nocturnal tyranny. And as the vampire's presence intensified, encroaching upon the very heart of the town, these newfound guardians prepared to unleash their long-kept secrets. Armed with ancient lore and forbidden knowledge, they sought to match the vampire's supernatural prowess with their own unwavering resolve. The stage was set for a battle that would determine the very fate of the town. A cataclysmic clash of mortals and the undead. Whispers grew louder, tales of the vampire's insidious reign spreading like wildfire through the town. Each night brought fresh horror to its unsuspecting inhabitants, their dreams tainted with the vampire's nefarious presence. The moon, a chilling witness, bathed the streets in ghostly light, casting elongated shadows that danced to the symphony of unease. Fear, an unbreakable shackle, gripped the town in a vice-like hold. The people could no longer discern the boundaries between reality and the vampire's dark fantasies. Madness, like a venomous serpent, coiled around their minds, threatening to consume their very souls. Yet, amidst the despair, a flicker of defiance emerged. A brave few, fueled by a tenacious spirit and a thirst for justice, banded together, their resolve serving as a beacon of hope amidst the encroaching darkness. With ancient manuscripts and artifacts clutched tightly, they delved into the forbidden arts, weaving spells of protection and devising strategies to combat the unrelenting Night Stalker. Each gathering was cloaked in secrecy, their whispers intertwined with cautious glances over trembling shoulders. They knew that the vampire had eyes and ears in the shadows, his darkness reaching forth like spectral tendrils. But their desperation pushed them forward, their quest for redemption urging them to face their darkest fears. Led by a figure cloaked in mystery and inner torment, the resistance prepared for a final confrontation. They ventured deep into the bowels of the land, seeking hidden sanctuaries and cryptic realms untouched by sunlight's gentle embrace. Strengthened by their shared determination, they would stop at nothing to thwart the vampire's cruel reign. As their preparations reached a crescendo, a sense of foreboding gripped their hearts. Whispers of treachery echoed through the hallowed halls, casting doubt upon their unity. Shadowed figures moved silently among them, their intentions obscured by uncertainty. Was it a differing vision or a sinister plot that wove this intricate web of deception? The veil of trust seemed fragile, on the brink of unraveling, threatening to plunge them into chaos. As the townsfolk braced themselves for the final showdown, a heavy silence settled upon the eerie night. The resistance, their resolve sharpened by whispered secrets and ancient knowledge, emerged from the shadows to face the vampire head-on. In a clandestine location at the heart of the town, the confrontation ensued. The vampire, cloaked in darkness, exuded an air of treacherous magnetism. His icy gaze pierced the souls of those who dared to challenge him, a sinister fire burning deep within his haunting eyes. The battle waged on, a symphony of clashing wills and colliding forces. Spells and incantations filled the air, their echoes mingling with the agonized cries of both the vampire and his adversaries. The resistance fought with unmatched desperation, their determination undeterred by the chilling aura that surrounded their foe. But the vampire, a creature of formidable power, fought ruthlessly, his inhuman strength and supernatural capabilities testing the limits of their mortal fortitude. His fangs, gleaming like obsidian daggers, dripped with the promise of eternal darkness, while his hypnotic voice whispered devilish temptations into the ears of the defiant. Amidst the chaos, unexpected alliances formed and dissolved, lives were lost, and hope flickered precariously. The resistance pressed on, their hearts ablaze with an unyielding determination to quell the vampire's reign. Strategy and sacrifice intertwined, merging knowledge with raw instinct. As they strained against the tide of malevolence threatening to sink the town into eternal night. Finally, as the moon reached its zenith, a pivotal moment materialized. The tides of battle shifted, and the resistance found a window of opportunity. Guided by the light of their collective resilience, they struck with a final surge of power, aimed at striking down the vampire once and for all. But the shadows, insidious accomplices to the vampire's might, clawed at their victory. A chaotic darkness enveloped the battleground, obscuring the fateful outcome. For one fleeting moment, time stood still. Breaths held collectively as the conclusion of this spine-chilling saga hung in limbo. And thus, the tale finds its resolution, its conclusion hidden within the enigmatic depths of the unknown. Will the vampire be banished into oblivion, forever extinguishing the malevolent spark that cast its pall over the town? Or will darkness prevail, forever tethering the souls of the townsfolk to a perpetual nocturnal torment? Like an ancient tome sealed shut, the final pages of this chilling narrative remain unwritten. The conclusion swathed in mystery, known only to those who dare to imagine the eerie possibilities that dwell within the intricate tapestry woven by this supernatural tale.